Hi, it's Karen Capello, and today I want to talk to you about self-care. And self-care is something that I never really understood until I was a coach, and then I understood what an amazing tool it was for taking care of myself and others. And there's so much overwhelm in the world today. There's so many things to do. And so self-care, I think, needs to go to the top of the list. And it's one of my best tools for growing and developing my own business. And I put self-care into 4 different categories. So you might think about it like this. There's physical self-care. What are those items that you really need to function just beautifully? So for me, sleep is the number one. I always say lack of sleep to me is like kryptonite to Superman. There's a lot of other things I can go without, but sleep is not one of them. For some people, it's movement. For some people, it's eating properly. Some people have eating allergies. So whatever that physical thing is for you, know what it is and make sure that that is checked off on your list first thing every day. Second item of self-care that I look at is my mental or intellectual self-care. So what am I reading? What am I hearing? What am I thinking about? Our thoughts create our world. So what is it that's really important to you? And for me, I'm a very positive person. I was, in my younger days, I was called Pollyanna and told I had rose-colored glasses. And I would always say to people, it's not that I don't see the other things, I just don't choose to focus on them. And now I know that that was an extreme act of self-care. So for me, positivity and being around positive people and reading positive things and watching positive videos really helps my self-care. So what's your self-care in terms of the mental and thinking part of yourself? The third one is the emotional self-care. And this is so important in terms of love. I do so many different things for my emotional self-care, but my number one value is love. So wherever I can have love in my life, it really shores my heart up and makes me stronger. Even my signature, if you've ever gotten, well, you have, most of you have because you're on my list, but if you've ever gotten an email from me, I sign it love and great joy, and that really nourishes me emotionally. Having great relationships with family and friends, those kind of things. So what's the most important thing you can do to nourish yourself emotionally? And then fourth is spiritual self-care. And so that is what feeds your spirit? What creates something in your world where your spirit can just soar? For me, that is listening to MP3s and audio. Sometimes I do brain entrainment. Sometimes I'll listen to Abraham Hicks, which also feeds me emotionally because it's very positive. So what feeds your spirit, and what do you do to nurture your own spiritual self-care? And as you can see, these all overlap, so it's not a perfect science of which one is in which category. But make sure that you are taking care of yourself in each of these categories each and every day, and you will feel great, and you will see what happens around you. You'll be able to really create a life and business that you dream of. So that's our tip for today. Get your self-care in order. Look at what it takes for you to take great care of yourself. Oh, and by the way, massages and chocolate and some of those other things do fit in there too. So for now, it's Karen Capello signing off. If you'd like to have more tips like this, you can look at CoachKarenRecommends.com. We've got a lot of great tips. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel too. And I wish you all the best in all of your self-care.